Hey guys, what's going on? Kelback here, once again, representing the 40k YouTube channel, bringing you another Warhammer 40,000 related video. Today we're going to have a look at the article that came out at the weekend on Saturday, all about the Necron and the Space Marine Codexes and new releases. We've already done the Necron half, so now it's time to do the Space Marine half. Apologies for not getting this video up sooner. This is now my fourth attempt to try to put this on. Whenever I record it and try to put it on, it says the file is corrupted, so I'm going to have to try again, guys. My apologies, but we shall endeavour to succeed, and succeed we shall. Big shout out as always though to everyone who subscribed to the channel up to now. Thank you all very much for the likes and the comments and the subs, and also the following on Instagram, which you can now do with using the name and looking us up at 40_call to see what we are working at here on the channel. It's predominantly called Fantastic Painter, so go and check it out. With that said, let's get into the second half of this, and starting at 220 we had the Codex Space Marine release. So simply put, the Space Marines are about to receive the biggest and best Codex to date. The nearest thing to an actual Codex Astartes that we've ever made. In fact, it's so all-encompassing that its enormous background section and in-depth rules cater for every loyal first founding chapter. And their successes, yes, we're talking Blood Angels, Dark Angels, Space Wars, and even Death Watch. Starting with this quite little funny video. Get that sound out.
Lord Cole, you can't just solve all of our problems by making more Primaris Space Marines. The hell I can't.
So once again, yet more Primaris Space Marine stuff. In addition to detailed lore and on all the first founding chapters and some of their most famous successes, such as Black Templars and Crimson Fist, the new Codex is the biggest ever, with a whopping 98 datasheets covering all of the common units available to the armies of the Adeptus Astartes. It will serve as a core book for future Codex Supplements that will formally reintroduce each chapter's bespoke units and characters. We'll have more on that later. Existing Codex Supplements such as the Ultramarines are still perfectly compatible with the new book, and we're providing the new Blood Angels, Dark Angels, Death Watch and Space Wars will get you by rules, so you'll be good to go from the outset. And here we have the new Codex, with all kinds of stuff in the back, Thunderhawk gunships, Primaris Space Marines, chaplains, all sorts. Cool. As with the Codex Necrons, the new Space Marine book is chock full of awesome supplemental crusade rules for the Angels of Death. One of our favourite additions is the requisition, Even in Death I Still Serve, which sees a beloved but badly wounded character from the Order of Battle interred within a dreadnought sarcophagus to continue the fight. So here we have Even in Death I Still Serve for 1 RP. Purchase this requisition when an Adeptus Astartes character unit, excluding the vehicle, from your Crusade force gains their second or subsequent battle scar. Remove the character from the Order of Battle and replace it with a dreadnought from the same chapter. You can only add a Psyker dreadnought if the character it replaced was a Psyker. You cannot purchase this requisition if doing so would cause your total power level to exceed your Crusade force's supply limit. The new Dreadnought starts with the same number of experience points as the character it replaced and gains the appropriate number of battle honours for its rank. So cool. Very, very narrative driven. I like it. If you're, let's call it, Chapter Master, okay, has been taking a licking, taking a kicking in battle, and he's got lots of scars, lots of wounds, you can now turn him into a dreadnought, turn that character into a dreadnought, and have a dreadnought walking about the battlefield, being a HQ. Very cool. I love stuff like that. Love stuff. So that's just one of the cool things you can do. There's even the opportunity for one of your firstborn characters to brave crossing the Rubicon Primaris, though in doing so does not come without risk. The new Codex has also consolidated many of the most popular rules featured that first made an appearance in the various Psychic Awakening books. The chapter command rules are one such example, meaning you'll be able to upgrade one of your chapter's chaplains, librarians, and tech marines, a variety of other characters, to the head of their order, but a small cost in power or points instead of using a stratagem. Cool. So there we have the original Primaris chaplain out the first releases, which you can now turn to a Master of Sanctity. Master Sanctities are high chaplains of the Space Marine chapters. They maintain the spiritual well-being of their brothers, ensuring non-falter from their responsibilities. Their mere presence inspires fervent aggression amongst their kin, though they are just as capable of delivering retribution firsthand. With word and deed, a Master of Sanctity guides his brothers in glory. So the abilities. Master of Sanctity models have the following abilities. The model knows one additional litany from the litanies of battle. In your command phase, if this model is on the battlefield, it can recite one additional litany it knows and has not already been ratified by a friendly model that turn. Relics and Warlord traits. You can give your Master of Sanctity model the Emperor's Judgment Relic instead of giving them a Chapter Relic. In addition, you can give them the Wise Orator Warlord trait instead of giving them another Warlord trait. And what is the Wise Orator? I hear you shout. Each time your Warlord receives a litany, add one to the roll to see if it's inspiring. Very cool. Litanies are very important to watch them, so the more chance you get to get them off, the better. Each time this Warlord is selected to use the commanding stratagem, the stratagem costs one. The stratagem costs 1 command point. Okay, not sure how much it costs to begin with. Might be 2. Don't know. And we have the Emperor's Judgment, which is a relic. Each time an attack is made against the bearer, your opponent can re-roll. Each time an attack is made against the bearer, your opponent cannot re-roll the hit roll. Okay. Cannot re-roll the wound roll and cannot re-roll the damage roll. That's pretty tasty. That's nice. I like that. The bearer has the following ability: Emperor's Judgment Aura. While an enemy unit within 6 inches of the bearer, each time a morale test is taken for that unit, roll 1 additional d6 and discard the lowest result. Very, very cool. So, can't get re-rolls against Master of Sanctity, and there's more chance of your models running away if you come up against this bad boy. Cool. So we've already shown you some of the brand new Adeptus Astartes unit, but to save you from struggling to identify all 98 units, we're going to show you the rest right now. First up, check out the captain with a master-crafted heavy bolt rifle. And yes, he's wearing Mark 10 Gravis armor. So, new Gravis captain. New heavy bolter Gravis captain. Heavy bolt rifle, sorry. Gravis captain. Cool looking model. I can see him being at the back with some heavy bolt rifle Space Marines, telling them where to go, telling them to pick out the shots and which ones to shoot at. And it's very nice. It's very cool. I like how it's not aiming. I like how it's just stood back, gun in hip, hand on hilt. Cool. I like it. Nothing I can really pick apart with that, apart from it's yet again another Primaris Space Marine model, if there wasn't enough of them already. Wait a minute, a heavy bolt rifle? Yes, indeed. Heavy bolt rifles also happen to be the standard armament of, wait for it, heavy intercessors. And they're called that for a reason. Like their captain, these bad boys aren't just heavily armoured, they're heavily armoured too. Thanks to their Gravis armour, a toughness 5 troop unit with 3 wounds apiece, anyone. So this goes back to why we all thought, well, how come normal Marines and stuff are getting 2 wounds? What's the crack here? So the prediction is that a lot more what's the weapon? Primaris Marines will be getting Gravis armor. So the Primaris Marines will be going up to 3 wounds apiece. These are obviously heavy, but they're still intercessors. The movement might be reduced by an inch or two, but it's still 3 wounds. They are now toughness 5. You can march them up. There is stuff where you can fire heavy weapons without penalty, which is good. Makes these guys very, very durable. Especially for armies such as Imperial Fists and probably Iron Hands, where you can march up firing heavy weapons. Very, very cool. Okay, we're so excited about these guys that we just can't resist. Here's their full datasheet. Here we go. So you can have between 1 to 9 intercessors plus a sergeant. They move 5 inches, yep, 5 instead of 6. Weapon skill, ballistic skill is 3+. Strength 4, toughness 5, wounds 3, attacks is 2 and 3, respectively. Leadership 7 and 8, and saves on a 3. Okay, so the big things are 3 wounds. All the stuff, all the new weapons that are doing 2 damage, yep, not going to work against these. You're going to have to put more shots into these. And they are toughness 5, so they're going to have to be more AP in the shots. So what do they have? They have the Executor bolt rifle, Executor heavy bolt rifle, heavy bolt rifle, heavy bolter, Hellstorm bolt rifle, Hellstorm heavy bolt. So there's a lot to go through here. The ones that they are normally loaded out with is the heavy bolt rifle, 36-inch range, rapid fire once. You're going to get 2 shots within 18 inches. Strength 5, AP -1, 1 damage. They also have the Executor heavy bolt rifle, which is 42-inch range. 42-inch range, heavy 2, strength 5, AP -2, and a flat 3 damage. Some of the weapons on this are very, very naughty indeed. Even the Hellstorm heavy bolter, 30-inch range, heavy 4, strength 5, 2 damage. I'm surprised there's not an AP on that one, but never mind. If no model in the unit is equipped with a heavy bolter, you can take one of the following options. All the models in the unit can have their heavy bolt rifles replaced with 1 Hellstorm bolt rifle each. All the models in the unit can have their heavy bolt rifles replaced with 1 Executor heavy bolt rifle. Okay. For every 5 models in the unit, 1 heavy intercessor heavy bolt rifle can be replaced with 1 heavy bolter. 1 heavy intercessor's heavy bolt rifle can be replaced with 1 Hellstorm heavy bolter. Anyway, so you can get through all that, guys. They have Imperium Deputies Astartes, they've got the Gravis, all the stuff that's been listed above. Very, very powerful units. While we're on Gravis Armoured Space Marines, check out the multi-part kit for the Melter Toting Eradicators and their debut Indominus. So here's some more Eradicators. Once again, in Gravis Armour, these guys have the Melter guns, which have a lot of range on them. Pinging out Melter shots from like 30 inches away is a disgusting ability to be able to do. And if they target the same unit, they can fire twice. Lots and lots of Melter rounds coming out left, right and centre. The kit includes loads more options, such as the ability to swap out their Melter rifles for an even harder hitting heavy version. You'll even be able to give 1 Eradicator in the set a multi-melter complete with its devastating new profile. Here we have multi-melter, range 24, heavy 2, strength 8, AP -4, D6 damage. Each time an attack is made with the weapon targets the unit in half range, the attack has a damage characteristic of D6 +2. Some of these units are mental. They can put out like 20, 30 wounds easily. With rerolls, if you've got them near captains and lieutenants and stuff, these things are disgusting and just put out such devastating firepower at such devastating range. So that's right. And tanks of the 41st millennium are going to be quivering in their tracks. Get wrecked. The Blade of God veterans are also set to be treated with a multi-part kit, offering dynamic new poses and the ability to equip your squad sergeant with a Neo-Volcanic Pistol. Here we have the Neo-Volcanic Pistol. I'm glad they're going back to these. I do like the look of these models. And the pistols in general. They're like more... I want to use the phrase old school. Well, they do look cool. This guy, look, over there. Heresy over there. What have we got next? Here we've got a one with the bare face. Hate the bare faces. Never been a fan of them. Always liked the helmeted version. There's something about them, whether it's not because I just can't paint faces or what, I do not know. But Helmet versions all the way, thank you. As of the new Codex, Blade Guard veterans will also be officially picking up the Deathwing Wolfguard keywords too. So you'll seamlessly fit in as members of the fighting elite within the structure of the Dark Angels and Space Wolf chapters. A multi-part Assault Intercessor kit is also on its way. In addition to more flexible posing options throughout, the squad sergeant can be assembled with a hand flamer or plasma pistol and can even wield a power sword, power fist or thunderhammer. Very, very nice. Sergeant coming in, flame pistol. I mean, they're going to have 2 wounds each, a few attacks with the thunderhammer, even more if you add chain swords in. These assault intercessors are very, very popular coming in, especially with Blood Angels players and Space Wolf players going in just to be able to tear people up, basically. Disgusting. I love this guy here on the left who's just, yeah, don't need a blade, don't need a sword. I'm just going to go in with a strap full of grenades, lads. Is that all right? I'm just going to go stick grenades up people and blow them a bit. That's probably my favourite model out of all the new Space Marine stuff. Just that one intercessor. Cracking. Last but by no means least is the coolest Primaris releases so far, the Storm Speeder. This awesome assault craft comes in 3 patterns, each equipped with a blistering array of heavy weaponry designed to eliminate a particular type of enemy. First up is the Anti-Infantry Specialist, the Storm Speeder Hail Strike. Armed with an Onslaught Gatling Cannon, 2 Iron Ale Heavy Stubbers, and a pair of Fragstorm Grenade Launchers, it can dish out some serious firepower. Next up is the anti-armoured variant, the Sword Speeder Hammer Strike. Are you gonna show me the first picture? I wonder why that's gone. Where is it? 1, 2. Oh, okay. Well, that first picture hasn't loaded up, which is once again a pain in the arse. But never mind. Anyway, here's the rocket and melter version. This is the more interesting one. Anyway, I do like the look of these new speeders. Kind of an impulsor front end with a much better designed like rear half. The old speeders always concerned me because there was never any protection for the drivers. And I thought if anything comes into these drivers, like game-wise speaking, they would just die. But these ones look more heavily armed. Nice, big and bulky, look like they can do the job much, much better. So this one is the Hammer Strike, equipped with tank-busting missiles, grenades, and even a tri-barreled melter. The Hammer Strike packs a serious punch. Check out the brutal weaponry at its disposal. As you can see, it has a maximum of 10 wounds, moves 16 inches at full capacity, weapon skill ballistic skill is 3, it is strength 5, toughness 6, starts up with 3 close combat attacks, leadership 7, saves on a 3. And the Storm Speeder is equipped with Hammer Strike missile launcher, 2 Crackstorm grenade launchers, and Melter Destroyer. The Hammer Strike missile system is range 36, heavy 2, strength 8, AP minus 3, 3 flat damage. The Cragstorm grenade launchers, so this would be 18 inches, assault 2, because there's 2 of them. Strength 6, AP minus 1, D3 damage each. And the Metal Destroyer is 24 inches, heavy 3, strength 8, AP minus 4, D6 damage. And of course, if the unit was within half range, the damage is D6 plus 2, as with all the new melter weapons. Very interesting. Shortest range is 18 inches and moves 16. This is going to be up the board very quick, putting in a lot of firepower from turn 1. I can see these getting fielded quite a lot. Angels of Death, the Raven Wing, where does the keyword explodes? If this one explodes on a 6 on D6, and a 6 explodes, anything within 6 inches suffers D3 mortal wounds. And the appropriate keywords underneath there. Lastly, the Storm Speeder Thunderstrike can also serve in an anti-tank role, though its twin Icarus rocket pods make it an effective dogfighter too, able to hunt down enemy aircraft with unerring accuracy. This one also looks cool. It's got a las cannon on the front, big rocket system on the back, nice and big, nice and bulky. Hungry for more? Stick around. A fresh R browser, we'll have some more reviews shortly. Then a 240 next in line. All this awesome stuff, and we've only covered just 2 codexes. Indeed, this is just the start. There are plenty more in the pipeline. Cool. Lots more codexes in the pipeline. In fact, we can confirm that there are 4 more books planned for this year alone. Among them are 3 Codex Supplements designed to ensure that those chapters who are the most from the Codex Astartes aren't left behind, along with an update to the oldest of the Heretic Astartes Codexes. Speaking of which, did you get a look at this guy in the video? Which is probably not going to load up because it's been a pain in the arse. Anyway, bollocks to it. So this is a new Lord, I believe. He's coming soon too. I'll tell you more about it right here. So there was a bit of blurb about this before, but this is like a new Death Guard like Lord in Terminator armor. Cool looking model. Big, are they called Venom Spitters? Plague Spitters guns. And the arm is a power fist, which we saw on the channel a while ago in one of the Rumour Engine videos. So that answers the question about what that fist was. That was a Plague Marine or a Plague Lord power fist on that side. Very cool. Great looking model. Love the pipe work that's coming down, that's scraping across the floor, like the ooze coming off the claws. The head isn't overly detailed with horns. The whole model isn't overly detailed with horns and spikes, which I do like. There's cracks in the armor. It's not overly Death Guard, because some of the Death Guard stuff to me is like, oh look, it's so much ooze and gore, and yeah, we get it's Death Guard, but some of it's just pure bloody overkill. Now we have the Blood Angels one, Space Wolves, which we've seen at the top, Death Watch, and Death Guard. Dark Interest fans won't have to wait much longer. Your Codex Supplement will be on its way next year, along with the first Xenos Codex of 2021. As with the Space Marines and Necrons Codexes, each of these books will be packed full of updated data sheets and weapons profiles, new stratagems, and loads of bespoke Crusade content too. It really is a great time to be a Warhammer 40,000 fan. At 250 then we had some Forge World stuff. Fans of Forge World, Devastating Attacks, Titans, Dreadnoughts, and more also have much to look forward to in the form of a brand new Imperial Armour Compendium book. Won't go into that one. Or shall we? Shall we go into that one? Oh, Tau. Yeah. Sweet. Some great looking models in Forge World, to be fair. Gaze upon its glory and prepare your armies for war. Here it is. The new compendium featuring some Eldar, some Imperium stuff, and some Warlord Titans on the front cover. This compendium is jam-packed full of updated datasheets and new rules designed to bring all of the amazing kits designed by Forge World right up to speed with the new edition, as well as loads of updated units and weapons profiles. You'll also find a brand new regimental doctrine for the mighty Death Corps of Krieg. Haven't seen anything about these guys for like forever, the Death Corps of Krieg. I have seen like one battle report ever with them on, and they got massacred. They were going up. What were they going up against now? It was some sort of like mixed chaos list, but they got the crap kicked out of them. As well as a return of some old favourites such as the Orc Warboss on bike. Looks like the mechs have finally fixed his ride. Wow! This is it for the preview, but it's fair to say that we've got plenty to look forward to. Join us on Warhammer 40,000 Facebook page, Instagram, and Twitter to let us know which of these reveals you're most excited about. And then it goes on to a bit about the Nova Open, but we won't go into that. What do you think, guys? What do we think about these new releases? Codexes, models, everything. Out of all this, what are people's favourite? I'm going to leave this little picture here. I think the Space Marine stuff is interesting. Don't get me wrong, but the Necron stuff is much, much better. Things like the Psychomancer, the Chronomancer, they look very, very cool. Very, very exciting. Anyone out there think otherwise? Anyone think the Space Marines have done well? I especially like these new speeders. The speeders need an update for years, and they finally got them. So leave some comments below, guys, and me and Carl will respond to every single one we get. If you are here to the end, thank you very much. Hit that like button and help support the channel. If you're new to the channel in general, we are 40k. We post Warhammer 40,000 content videos every single day. Things like news, hints, tips, reviews, painting videos, rumour engine videos, all kinds of stuff. If you love 40k as much as we do, sign up. Subscribe to the channel, hit the bell notification to keep updated with what we do, and also don't forget to follow us on Instagram at 40_call to see what we are working on here on the channel. But that's going to be it, guys. Thank you very much for watching. A long video, I know, but very, very worth it. Can't wait to read your comments at the end. This is Kel, signing out for 40call, saying stay safe, look after each other. And until next time, guys, we'll see you all later.